encouragement from the church to the street. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. And they talk about nothing but the unseen and unspoken issues while providing encouragement and love and understanding. She talks about issues that people in high places and influences are afraid to discuss publicly. Stay tuned. It's about to get real live. And we'll tune in to the Lekeisha Mosley
Show. Good evening, everyone. It is Lekeisha with the Lekeisha Mosley Show, and I am so excited about being here with you tonight. It's a blessed evening. It truly is, and I'm so thankful to have this time to talk to you and to discuss some amazing topics tonight, because it's really a good topic tonight. We're going to talk about the seed growth process. And some people may say, well, what do you mean by that, the seed growth process? Well, I feel like we're always through a process in the season, through our journey, and we're always in some type of growth state. And growth evolves every day, believe it or not. It evolves every day. And when we begin to talk about it and we begin to really expect it and focus on it, we begin to see what God is doing within us and through others that is around us in our life. So before we go forward and bring in my special guest, we're going to go ahead and have a song break just so she can get ready, and then we can go ahead and set up and get ready for us to have this amazing topic tonight. So thank you so much, and stay tuned.
You're listening to Your Slow Worldwide Podcast.
Closer to you. What more can I say? Tell me, what can I do? I give you all that I am. I wanna be closer to you. What more can I say? Tell me, what can I do? I give you all that I have. I wanna be perfect.
Nothing I ever accomplished, Lord, is more than filthy rags, but I know it in my heart. I give you all that I have, and that everything I am is just a part of your plan. Cause your grace, it shows perfect through the flaws of man. So I just gotta walk by faith, cause I don't understand all the plans that's been created through such powerful hands. How you thought of something like me when you have a throne room full of heavenly hosts giving you glory. Still I'm blessed with the gift of life, but I can't find a way to praise you every minute. So I feel like I ain't living right. I gotta reach deeper, gotta go further. Lord, take me by the hand, let me walk on water. God, heal my heart, my soul, trying to break free. All my life a dream of flying, but I never left my feet. God, it's plain to see this flesh is holding me down, so I just lift your name up, Lord, up through the clouds to go higher.
What more can I say? Tell me, what can I do? I give you all that I am. I wanna be closer to you. What more can I say? Tell me, what can I do? I give you all that I have. I wanna be perfect.
Sometimes it was time to stop, so I could walk between the raindrops. Pause everything in my life for this moment in time. Just long enough to decipher the lies, cause all the sins that I commit are eat me up inside. Ain't nothing about me picture perfect, take a look at my faults. Plus the greed is all I see, embedded deep in my thoughts, like this world's apart. How I am and how I wanna be, it's hard to be straight when you're motivated by money. Right or wrong, it ain't the point, take this thorn from my flesh. Tired of going before my God, church looking a mess, you feel me? Tired of underachieving, taking the beating, living under stress, held back by glass ceilings. If you wanna fly, rise, just lift the Lord high, that Jesus Christ be uplifted. See the world through his eyes, taking the view. Church of life will never be the same, cause the way to touch the sky is to lift up the name of Jesus.
What more can I say? Tell me, what can I do? I give you all that I am. I wanna be closer to you. What more can I say? Tell me, what can I do? I give you all that I have. I wanna be perfect for
We
you.
walk the streets every day day with our mouth closed, while lost souls caught in the moment are lost forever. The times have changed, our brothers start to slip in the way, cause selfish thoughts of greed take up half our day. We need to pray and repent, start to live for God. We keep putting off the day to place our faith in tomorrow, but one of these days, church tomorrow will never come. We'll be judged by the King, Lord, our time is done, your time is now. Hit the streets and open your mouth, we the body of Christ, church. Wrap it up in the house, the time has come. Hit the block, praising the Son. I said his name is Jesus Christ, the good news, church, he's the one and only Son of God, men and broken hearts, enemy strongholds, he rip them apart. From the bottom to the top down, all the walls coming down, everyone deserves the chance to hit their knees and praise God.
What more can I say? Tell me what can I do? What can I do? All that I am, I wanna be closer to you. What more can I say? Tell me what can I do? I give you all that I have. I wanna be perfect for you. What more can I say? What more can I do? I wanna be perfect for you. I wanna be closer to you. To you.
Come on. I know you standing there. Come on, let's do it. We gotta work. You got you.
Every day I pray, oh Jesus, don't leave me alone. They think that I'm praying, they don't know I'm not alone. Very mindset, try to cut me off of my throne, but the king will be king, so you won't get to me. Hey, you won't get to me. Sorry, you won't bring me down. I got my eyes on the ground. Said you know God bring me down. I got my eyes on the ground.
I'm carefree, can't break me down cause he saved me. On the real man, God is the greatest. Here I go, hit the flow with my lady. There's joy in the Lord, I'm about to go crazy. Let it flow, let it go. One time, you could jam, you could dance, and he don't mind. All I need is a beat and I'm alright. And I'ma dance with my hands up all night. Come on, get up and get down. Leave the worry in the past, it's a party right now. Man, I just feel alive. Run my head on the ceiling cause I'm just that fly. Two-step, hit it side to side. Man, this beat is so hot, got the club on fire. It's good time like it's supposed to be. So blessed they can get to me. You know it's like, hey,
every day I pray, Jesus, don't leave me alone. They think that I'm praying, they don't know I'm not alone. Very mindset, try to throw me off of my throne, but the king will be king, so you won't get to me. Hey, you won't get to me. Sorry, you won't bring me down. I got my eyes on the ground. Said you know God bring me down. I got my eyes on the ground.
can't break me down. I prayed too long to feel how I feel right now. My God too strong, never alone. He's here and he's by my side. You can feel the rush, you're gonna move or what? They hit a jam and the crowd get live. Turn the music up to make the speakers bust. From the praise, hear it all outside. Come on, we found and set free. This is beat that make you move your feet. Live for praise to the G.O.D. It's good time like it's supposed to be. It's all good and it's cool to have a good time. You can praise him right now. Lift his name in your hands to the sky. Came to dance with my girl at my side. Come on.
Hey. Every day I pray, Jesus, don't leave me alone. They think that I'm praying, they don't know I'm not alone. Very mindset, try to tell me off of my throne, but the king will be king, so you won't get to me. Hey, you won't get to me. Sorry, you won't bring me down. I got my eyes on the ground. Said you know God bring me down. I got my eyes on the ground.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21. Jerry was live worldwide.
Hey, Lekeisha, this is Jerry Voice live worldwide. What's going on?
Hey, I'm doing well this evening. Happy Monday.
That's right. Happy Monday. Well, I wasn't able to connect with our guest. She did get the numbers. I'm not sure if she having a problem dialing in, but the show goes on. The show goes on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about Chestertown again. We going to Centerville.
Yes.
10 minutes outside of Centerville. Same type of lovely people. So I'm looking forward to this trip. How about you?
I am too. It's going to be really exciting. Definitely new exposure to some great people who love, the culture and love their town, and they're expressing it, through their walk and through that weekend as well. I'm excited because we get to enjoy it with them.
That's right. And I'm looking forward to meeting Miss Kia. She's actually the coordinator for Juneteenth Day. And I'm excited. I want to see that building. What I'm hearing is that is, I think, one of only all-black African-American high school that was converted into a cultural center, I think, / museum. So, man, all kinds of history. Frederick Douglass grew up not too far from there.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that it was that close, what I'm saying, in that town that he grew up in. It's so surreal just to know that and to be able to see just how he grew up and the things he used to do.
That's right, not too far. He grew up actually in Talbot County, Maryland, which is, I guess it's probably a good 25 minutes from where we're going. But actually, we probably would get to his hometown quicker, the way we coming across the Bay Bridge. But he has a home to quite a few legendary people. Underground Railroad passed through there. Harriet Tubman. That's right. Right through Dorchester, South Dorchester County. So it's a lot to learn about those different counties down in the history that they have, and a lot of history. Because I'm telling you, I didn't know about all that Tea Party stuff that went on in Chestertown. I don't remember that at all.
Absolutely. That was surreal to just be able to witness just history. And it's like, just to be so close to it. This is amazing. Just to really be around it, just to really be able to see it. It's like, wow, reenacted it right before us.
Yeah. I mean, I know we were working, so we didn't get an opportunity to see the battle that went on and I guess that's the Bay, well, part of the Bay, because everything kind of channels the waters. I mean, I used to know how all the waterways work at one time. I guess I got to get back on that map and see how everything goes through because everything has a significance, the way everything operated back in the day. Because at one time, I guess this was probably the 1800s too, but the Indians actually lived along the channels of the water. I guess, there was have water accessible that easy, so they can bathe and wash their clothes and cook their food in. They have drinking water because I think they do have fresh water that runs through there too, as well as salt water. But fresh fish, everything, well, a lot of wildlife down there too. A lot of great hunting.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to dig into the history.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, we're supposed to be working on another show with Yvette. I guess I'll be talking to her about it real soon. But we're going to get a chance to learn a little bit more about some of the different areas, different parts of Eastern Shore, the businesses, the growth. I mean, they've seen a lot of growth. I mean, that area has always done well in tourism. And people have been visiting the area for so long that people are retiring. And in some cases, some people are able to telework. And people are moving to the area. And they love it. They love it. So.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I mean, just to be able to have that opportunity, you know what I mean, in the town. I mean, that's really surreal. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend of mine today. Him and his wife had just visited. They went out and got a car and took a drive to St. Michael's, which is probably another area. Well, we don't really have no reason to go there except for if you want to just check it out. But they have a lot of the people from the Hamptons. I was telling you guys before, if you heard a couple of podcasts, that they had a big write up in their local paper that the people from the Hamptons are finding out that their neighbors in St. Michael's are the same neighbors in the Hamptons, except everybody's attitude is way different. In St. Michael's, it's way more friendlier. You know, everybody's connecting and, you know, doing things. Because they do a lot of festivals there, too. As you can see, they run back to back. So I guess as long as we connected with the radio station, we'll find out more and more festivals that's going on, and all the way through August. And I think it's probably going to be some more things going on through the fall. I know some things going on at the community center. I forgot what they call it, but they do a lot of shows. You know, of course, they have the gun shows and a whole bunch of different things going at the community center, which is a pillar of Talbot County. So it's a lot. It's a lot. We'll be able to see and do as the summer months. So we be crossing the Bay Bridge quite a little often this year. Yeah, this is good. Good people there.
I'm looking forward to it. The Bay Bridge is very interesting. We're getting used to the bridge.
That was a long span, wasn't it? But as you cross it more often, it's nothing. Now I always stay in the left lane towards the middle, especially if I'm in the truck. In the car, it's not that bad driving in the right lane, but the left lane, I kind of tend to stay in the left lane. At nighttime, it doesn't matter because you can't see. You can't see the water. But during the day, you can see them big waves popping. So how did it feel? You know, that was your first time traveling across the Bay Bridge, correct?
Yes, it was. It was. I've heard so many stories. Everyone's perspective is different from it. Like my husband, you know, I think he drove it a little while ago, and he said it was just gigantic. But believe it or not, my perspective, it wasn't as big as Highway 4's bridge, Solomon's Island Bridge, because our bridge go a little higher. But that bridge is longer, the Bay Bridge. So yeah definitely, I see how it could be intimidating. So.
And they will stop you if a ship is about to pass by. They will stop it and draw it up, and both spans go up. So it is a drawbridge, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a 4-mile span, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's longer. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's been a minute since I looked up the history of the Bay Bridge, but I did find out that it was one of the top 10 largest bridges in this country. And it's probably right up there as far as the world concerned, too. Who knows? Yeah, because it's connecting two shores, you know, Eastern and Western. Yep. A lot of people didn't know.
Wow.
It connects the Eastern and the Western shore of Maryland. See, a lot of people didn't realize that Maryland is kind of split in half by the bay. And you can take the ships coming out of the Baltimore Harbor, and it takes you straight to the Bay Bridge. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can believe that. Wow, sometimes you see the signs that bring you towards that, but you never really
pay no mind.
You know, really connect to it. Yeah, you don't think about it. You just cross that, area of the highway. Mm-hmm. But definitely, oh wow, that's interesting.
That's right. And the naval yards, and of course, you can, if you're in the harbor, you can see the famous Under Armour plant, which has made a big name in this country as a sports apparel company. They have a big complex there, state of the art. They actually offer the harbor, and you can actually see them while you're over in the East and West Harbor, which they have built up a whole lot. The waterfront is like tremendous. And I guess one day we get out there early enough, we probably can shoot a show there so people can see how beautiful Baltimore Harbor is. That might be something fun to do. We can sit outside the brand new hotel called the Pentry. It's one of the two hotels, and the other one was in San Diego. The other one is Baltimore. We can sit out there at poolside and shoot a short segment of the Lekeisha Mosley Show. So it might be some fun stuff we could do. We don't have any other special travels going on, but it looks like this is going to be a pretty busy summer for everybody. You got all these music festivals going on. Now, are you guys planning to do a music festival this year?
Definitely, I feel like it is on the schedule. Definitely because of so many things going on. It's just a matter of making sure that it aligns with the schedule because there's so many things going on. But definitely, I'm excited about just the culture and everything that's happening here. I definitely want to be involved.
No doubt. No doubt. Nothing like checking out the way other people live. And, man, I'm telling you, like my brother, I'm not sure if you got a chance to listen to your interview with him, but you can really feel how he's really been enjoying his life. Because he actually had came back. He had moved over there with my parents in the 80s, like 85. And, of course, we were young. And then he came back here to work for a publishing company. And then he actually broke into modeling. He actually was print model for a while. And then he was on a dance show doing some commercial and small fashion runway stuff. And then he ended up, I guess he got a little worn out from this fast life of the city of Baltimore. And he ended up going back and made a life there. Got married and, raised a daughter with his wife, his stepdaughter. And now they just chilling, just enjoying the shores, the Eastern Shore. Yeah, that's the life there. The air is better, the water's better, the food is better. Yep.
Yeah, it's
good
beautiful
life
out there. I truly admire just that atmosphere where they live. That's truly a blessing.
It is. And if you don't get stuck in traffic, you really can enjoy I was telling Dr. Kell, I said, Dr. Kell, if you want to have a sports car, that's the place to have a sports car. You can have a good time with a Corvette, man. Yeah, man. You see them guys with them Lotus and Ferraris down there and Porsches. And then occasionally, if you're on Route 50, you get a chance to see a lot of motorcycle clubs coming down, heading to Ocean City, the path to Ocean City, Route 50. And you get a chance to see a lot of the people that's heading out there for different conferences and things. Like a lot of the bike clubs like to go out there. And the food is really good there too. It's changed a lot over there in the years because it looks like a lot of the restaurants have been taken over by another culture. So you don't really get like the like the old school families that were running those restaurants. I think a lot of the you're starting to see franchises, a lot of franchise restaurants starting to move in now. Even in Rehoboth, because Rehoboth was known for their food too. I think they still do have a couple family operated restaurants, that specialize in seafood. And I think it's one or two really good restaurants in Ocean City that we look forward to going to. That's close to the marina. That's where you find your really good food. Is close to the marina. Yeah. Yeah,
that's true. I'm looking forward to that. Ocean City, definitely, that is on the schedule this year.
All right.
So it's just a matter of which month we're going to dive into Ocean City.
Yeah, that's right.
Looking forward to that.
That's right. They got carnivals. When we go to Ocean City, it's normally in April when we do, because it's not as the traffic and the accommodations are a lot easier. Even in October, after, because the prime season runs from Memorial Day to Labor Day. That's when you got all those beach goers. But we probably hit Sandy Point. I probably drive the kids over to Sandy Point one Sunday. We probably just go there and take some food and just chill out. And that that's the beach before you get across the Bay Bridge. So get there early and just chill out a little bit. So we might do that this summer. Got to get there before it gets too hot, because then the jellyfish, they start multiplying. And it's not safe to be in the water. Yeah. So, but anyway, look like we're not going to have our guest tonight. I didn't get no information from her yet, but if you want to go ahead and do Lekeisha letter, you ready to roll?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. It's all yours.
Oh, absolutely.
Amen.
Awesome. Well, definitely we're going to piggyback with our amazing guests on another time, and looking forward to that. But we're going to go ahead to the last segment of what we talk about on the Lekeisha Mosley Show, and it is Lekeisha's love letter of healing, encouragement, and empowerment. And the scripture verse that we're going to discuss is going to be 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. And it says, "Therefore, rid yourselves of all malice and all deceit, hypocrisy, envy, slander of any kind. Like newborn babies, crave pure spiritual milk, so that by it you may grow in your salvation, now that you have been tested, that the Lord is good. And this scripture verse is so powerful, and I really, really understand what God is saying. Pretty much he wants us to understand that, when we get born again, that it's like we're newborn babies again. We're learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to eat, not just the simple foods, but solid foods. You're learning how to communicate, being able to grow within your community, all of those things again. And God really wants us to understand that in every area of our lives, as we grow and as we evolve, it's like we're starting over and we're learning just how to grow in our walk as disciples of Christ. Our spiritual milk is so important for us to continue to grow within our character, to grow within patience, to grow within our love walk. Respect ourselves and love ourselves and others is very important. And mind you, like I always say, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Every day matters, and we take it one day at a time. And God is so patient and loving and began to show us ourselves in each segment of our lives, because it's so important for us to begin to understand our growth in whatever we're doing, whether you're whatever part of your life, if you're a teacher, if you are in business, if you are a leader. There's so many influencers that listen to our podcast, and so many people of power and in position of leadership that have so many people that are depending on them to be effective and achieve their goals. And even within them, we all have to grow in our walk with Christ in our own segments. And we have to understand that sometimes we have to begin to drink our spiritual milk, and we're not ready to eat, the full-fledged solid food yet, because there's things that we need to grow in our milk phase. So understand and count it all joy. Know that God is always with us, and that he wants us to understand that, every phase in our life is meaningful and it is of value, and that he's not done with you yet. Know that every area of your life is growing, and that it is needed in order for you to continue to be in this faith walk with Christ. I love you so much, and I want you to understand that God loves you, and that understand that everything is working out for you, and that make sure you stay encouraged. And remember, in all you do, lead with confidence, understanding, and love always. This is Lekeisha Mosley. I want you to understand that I love you, and that we're going to see each other next week at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And up next is going to be my beautiful sister, Shay Samuel, and awesome Jerry Worth Live on a late night show. And they're going to go in with their amazing topic as well, too. I want you to make sure you tune in and begin to listen to this triple podcast that is continuing to go on after my segment's over. Have a blessed evening, everyone. Good night.
You're listening to Jules Live Worldwide Podcast.
All right, family. That was Lekeisha Mosley. Thank you, Lekeisha. All right, we'll try to reschedule Miss Petite for another time. But anyway, the show must go on. Well, welcome, everybody. We hope you're having a great Monday night. That's right. I know sports is on. That's right. Probably baseball and basketball about to end. They're doing the championship is on now. I don't think it's on tonight, though. I think they play Sunday. So anyway, up next is Late Night with Jervis Live Worldwide, a.k.a. the Batman of Charm City, and Shay Samuels, the voice of an angel. That's right, we got a special guest coming out of the DMV. So you got to join us. That's right, duet Christian hip-hop in DMV. So come hang out with us at 10 o'clock. All right, so we got some great music. I know you guys just finished hearing some brand new music. That's right, we heard some new music by Louise Smith out of South Carolina. She's kind of like our little gospel jazz thing going on. But we played 3 in a row for her. So if you're an artist and you're looking for a platform, please email me, jerryvoicelive@gmail.com. Also, we got a big contest coming up. That's right, the fans vote you in. That's right, you got an opportunity to get your music on Spotify. I know a lot of you are out there on Spotify, but sometimes we get passed over by the big stars, the mainstream. That's right, but that's all right, y'all. But we got some great fans, y'all. The numbers are looking awesome. That's right, you can find us on iTunes, the Apple Podcast, the little purple app. You can just search for Jerry Was Live or Late Night. Find all our podcasts. Or you can go out to Spreaker Radio, an international podcast. Man, that's a huge platform. I think they up to about 6 million subscribers. And we got a good 3,100 of them that subscribe to our radio station every day. And we're streaming online to several of the international websites. That's right, websites and radio stations, internet. That one variety. That's right, they carry our Christian program. And what else we got? Oh, don't forget, y'all, me and the Lekeisha Mosley show will be out in Centerville. I think it's Centerville. I always call it Centerville, but I'll find out what they really call it because it's spelled CETEREVILLE. I'll find out what they really call it. Anyway, we're going to be out there. That's about, actually, it's 10 minutes before you get to Chestertown, Maryland. So we're going to be in the same vicinity. We're going to cross that Bay Bridge and go right into Centerville. Pass some outlets. We might have to stop at the Adidas and the Nike outlet, get some new shoes. That's right, y'all. We in the gym, getting our running on. That's right, I got to start running on the treadmill. No more walking. So anyway, you guys, this is the best time to get your exercise on. The weather is awesome. The pollen count is starting to drop. So we've been in the 70s in Maryland today. Beautiful weather all weekend. I mean, man, it was a great time to work in the yard. Everybody I know was working in their yard, doing stuff that's, building fences, painting decks, all that kind of outdoor stuff. Everybody was off on Monday. That's right, they felt that pain. But see, Batman went right to the gym right after he worked out in the yard. That's right, we had the kids out in the yard Saturday doing a little bit of landscaping because I had the landscaper do some work, but I wanted them to have something to do too. They trying to earn a little money for the summer. It's so hard to get summer jobs this time of the year because now you're competing with adults. Everybody needs jobs. So, if you don't have a driver's license in your own car and work for some of those ride sharing platforms, you got to work either fast food or whatever, right, Lekeisha? So it's kind of competitive. The kids are competing against adults. So just for a summer job, yeah,
it's true.
Very tough, yeah. So if you're a working person and you need some work done around your house, you got some teenagers in the area. I'm sure they probably put an ad out in the paper. I'm sure you can ask the neighbors, say, hey, you need my yard rake and some weeds pulled. They'd be glad to earn a little bit of money. Yeah. So I know my kids would be. They do a great job out in the yard too, man. They did some mulching and got some weeds up and all that good stuff. Keith, they was working hard. What it used to take me 3-4 hours to do, they did it like in an hour. Great job.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
real good.
Yeah, so we had my man Willie. He came by and got the bushes taken care of, which was something we used to do ourselves too. But after a while, he's like, man, I think I appreciate it more when his guys do it than when I do it. But anyway, I had that curb appeal, y'all. That's right. We about to have them barbecues and people over. Can't have the front looking raggedy. So you got to get out there and clean up. All right. Well, look, y'all, we got a couple more minutes before, actually almost 30 minutes before Shay Samuel joins us with our special guest out of the DMV. And we're going to play some more good music. And please stick around. Again, try to support some of these artists. I try to get their names out to you the best I can, but a lot of times we do get music without no names attached. It's only in the email. I can't go back to the email. So anyway, so this one right here is by Chad Johnson. A lot of you are familiar with Chad Johnson. I think Chad is out of the Houston, Texas area, and he does a lot of touring too. And but we're going to hear one called Grace, and this is one of my favorite songs too. I can't remember the name of the artist though, and I want to try to pull Victory too. That was by Cincinnati. And so we're going to try to hear a few good ones I really like. All right. I try my best to try to keep up with some of these songs. Of course, Divine of Annapolis, they got a real nice song I really, really love too. And I think this one was called Send Judah First. I believe that's the one I like. So we're going to listen to that one, okay? So let's check out this one by Chad Johnson. I Ain't Worried.
If you never did a thing for me, I hope I still love you the same. But you did one big thing for me, and for that my love remains. Now you open up your word for me. Show me the mysteries of your grace, that I can live sin free like you. All because you took my place. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You didn't leave me to the world shame, or condemn me for my sins, but you forgive and gave me grace. And you died so I could live. I may never truly understand it, but there's no way I can deny love's greatest sacrifice through the gift of Jesus Christ. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you rose, gave me the victory. Now I'm so free. You died, you so free. Nobody like you, nobody like you, love. You make me free, you make me free, yeah, yeah. Hey, freedom feels like this, like this, like this. Hey, freedom feels like this, like this, like this. Victory in Jesus, victory in my Savior. I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. You rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You died, you rose, give me the victory. I'm so free. You rose, give me the victory. Now I'm so free. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for the ways you made in my life. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your grace, mercy, mercy. Grace, mercy, mercy. Grace, mercy, mercy. Grace, mercy, mercy. Salvation towards me, your spirit in me, the joy of your word, your strength when I am weak, your help, your company, that is your grace towards me. Judgment I do deserve, declare me innocent by your blood. Compassion towards me shows me your mercy. So every day I say, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for the ways you made in my life. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your grace. For the ways. Thank you for the ways you made in my life. Thank you for your mercy. And for the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your grace, mercy, mercy. Thank you for your grace, mercy, mercy. Now I can live sin free and be the best me as I walk in your word. Now I can look like you and do what you would do because of your grace towards me. By mercy I am free, no longer guilty. By your blood, every day mercy renewed, and I will trust in you. So for this day I say, thank you for your grace. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for the ways you made in my life. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your grace. For the ways. Thank you for the ways you made in my life. Thank you for your mercy. And for the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your grace, mercy, mercy. 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 I say thank you for your grace, morning when I wake. Thank you for your every morning. Thank you for your grace, morning. I do. Thank you for your every morning. Thank you for your grace, morning when I wake. Thank you for your every morning. Thank you.
from the sins of this world, and He made me a true worshiper, and I'm so happy in Jesus alone. The reality is I'm truly His. I'm in the zone. Are you feeling worried? Just because. Oh, you think you're not worthy of His love. He will loosen those chains that keep you bound. Whom the Son has set free is free indeed.
To join to the sub-conference, press number of sub-conference from 1 to 9. Press star to return to the conference.
From the sins of this world, and He made me
To join to the sub-conference, press number of sub-conference from 1 to 9. Press star to return to the conference.
in Jesus alone.
You have joined sub-conference number 4. To return to your main conference, press pound star.
A state of mind where blissfully you'll find, yeah, the serenity in knowing He. Those who call upon His name shall be saved. Call upon His name, you will be changed. Look at me, He saved me from the sins of this world, and He made me a true worshiper, and I'm so happy. Yes, I am in Jesus alone. The reality is I'm truly His. I'm in the zone. He saved me from the sins of this world, and He made me a true worshiper, and I'm so happy. Yes, I am in Jesus alone. The reality is I'm truly His. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone.
Now the Bible says, let everything that hath breath praise ye the Lord. Y'all ready? Let's go. I've got to lift up your name. I've got to give you all my praise. I've got to bless your holy name. You're worthy of all my praise. I've got to lift up your name. I gotta give you all my praise. I've got to bless your holy name. You're worthy of all my praise. So many reasons. I've got plenty of reasons. I've got so many reasons why I've got to give you all my praise. Lowell, let me sing this song. I've got to lift, yes sir, lift up my hands. I've got to do my holy dance. I've got to lift, lift up my hands. I've got to do my holy dance. I've got to make a joyful noise. So I will lift up my voice. I've got to make a joyful noise. A joyful noise. I've got so many reasons. I've got plenty of reasons. Good God Almighty. Ooh, yeah. Listen, I don't broke every